Hello everybody, this is your main man Keith here from Keith Plays PS4 927. Happy Tuesday morning to all my awesome viewers on this awesome channel. We are in week 9 of our Toronto Mounties franchise and we are traveling to the 513 in Cincinnati, Ohio to take on the Cincinnati Bengals at Paul Brown Stadium. So we're 7-0 on the regular season as of right now, so we're hoping to go 8-0 on the regular season. Last episode, we beat the Detroit Lions 55-0. I will have the link to that video in the description if you guys want to check that episode out, if you have not already. So, last episode, we beat the Detroit Lions 55-0. Patrick Mahomes, 11 for 14, 243 passing yards, 5 touchdowns, and he had 2 carries and 22 rushing yards, so he was AFC Offensive Player of the Week. But however, the AFC Defensive Player of the Week was Dante Hightower with 4 tackles, 1 INT, forced fumble, and a fumble recovery. Did not score a touchdown. So we'll show you the uniforms and we'll see you at kickoff. All right, the Cincinnati Bengals are going to be wearing their black home jerseys with white alternate pants. So they're orange for the alternate, but on the away ones, they're black. So I'm just going to make it orange and then orange socks and white with orange shoes. So for the Toronto Mounties, they're going to be wearing their traditional away uniforms, are white jerseys, navy blue pants, blue socks, and black with blue shoes. So we'll see you guys at kickoff.
Today, from Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, it's week 9 of the NFL on EA Sports. Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals taking on Patrick Mahomes and the Toronto Mounties.
Alright, it is kickoff time here in Cincinnati, Ohio, and the Bengals kick it off. So Austin Falcone of the Toronto Mounties will be ready to return this kickoff, and he will get stopped down around the 35. So this is going to be a first down and 10. We get to see Patrick Mahomes step onto the field for the first time in this episode. He will play quarters 1 and 4, while we have Ben Roethlisberger going to play quarters 2 and 3. So first and 10, Mahomes steps back to pass. He's going to pass this one out to Juju Smith-Schuster. And he's still on his feet. He gets stopped at the 43 for a gain of 23. So that's a first and 10 there that time. So we're going to use the drag verticals pass play. And we're at the 43. So Mahomes, he's going to throw this one out to Odell Beckham Jr. And he gets this into the end zone for a touchdown. This will be the first TD of the game for the Toronto Mounties. Alright, first and 10. Joe Burrow steps back to pass, trying to figure out who to pass it to. And that is a first down and 10 for a gain of 16 yards on that play. And this is a first from the 49-yard line. So they're going to step back to pass. And he gets sacked. The ball is out. And Toronto recovers it, and he's going to take this all the way to the end zone for a Mounties touchdown. So it's going to be a 14-0 lead here in Cincinnati, Ohio. And the defense is cheering on after Sheldon Rankins got that fumble recovery. And it was Chris Jones that actually made that sack there. So great job by the defense on that play. So it's going to be a 14-0 lead for the Toronto Mounties. We're going to take a break. So we made a fumble recovery, but we did not get this one into the end zone for a touchdown. So we got Cameron Bryant, the Slippery Rock University product, using that truck move, and he gets stopped down at the 23 for a gain of 30 yards on that run play. So this is a first and 10. We're getting a halfback stretch run play. And we're near the red zone, actually. So we're going to hand this off to Cameron Bryant. So Bryant still up on his feet. Doesn't necessarily get it in, but we're going to take that timeout to think about running it in and getting a touchdown out of this one. So from 2 yards out, Patrick Mahomes hands this off to Lamar Miller, and Lamar Miller gets it into the end zone for a TD. So this is now going to be a 21-0 lead here in Cincinnati. And take a look at this one. CJ Mosley claiming an interception to begin this game. To end the first quarter, he gets that into the end zone for a touchdown. 34-yard INT return. And now we're going to actually run the ball. So we're going to use a goal line. Power O featuring Lamar Miller. So 2-point conversion coming up. And does he actually get this in? The answer is sadly no. All right, so we recovered a fumble on the kickoff. So we're going to change it up. We're going to put in some Larry. So Larry Fitzgerald is injured, so we're going to use a quick slant route. Cincinnati with 4 turnovers in this first half. And we got Ben Roethlisberger ready to throw the football out for this Toronto Mounties team. So Juju Smith-Schuster at the 12-yard line, a 17-yard pass. And we're going to use a quick slant route at the 12. So Roethlisberger steps back to pass once at it. Incompletion there that time. So we're going to think about a new play. We're still using the I form, but I'm thinking about throwing it to either Smith-Schuster or Gronk, and he does get the touchdown, but there is a flag. And this might be on the defense. So that is a defensive pass interference. So that's a PI. So we're going to decline it. It's on Chinobi Awuzie. And we decline that penalty. And that is a touchdown for the Toronto Mounties. All right, this is a 1st down and 10 with 3:03 to go in this first half. And Joe Mixon runs the ball, and he only gained about 2 on that play. So we're using the 4-3 formation here for the Mounties defense. So they're going to hand this off to Mixon, and he gets stopped there at the 46. So 3rd and 6, clock winding down. I hope they make a snap before the 2-minute warning is over. So they step back to pass. Fire this one out to Jamar Chase. So that is going to be a 1st down and 10 for the Cincinnati Bengals. So they're at the 35. Burrow stepping back to pass, throwing this out to Jamar Chase. He does get that 1st down. Dante Hightower for our Mounties D is down and hurt. He was our defensive player of the week last episode against the Detroit Lions, like I mentioned earlier in the video. And that pass was nearly intercepted, so he does have muscle cramps. Hightower, he is going to return, which is a good thing because he's the main linebacker for our defense. So they throw this pass to Tyler Boyd, and that is the 1st touchdown of the game for the Cincinnati Bengals. All right, it is kickoff time. The Bengals did score their 1st TD of the game. Now they're trailing by 27. Austin Falcone is ready to return the kickoff here for the Mounties, and he will get stopped at the 33. So this is going to be a 1st down and 10. So we're going to use the I form here. We're going to run it with Cameron Bryant. So 1st and 10 from the 33, handing this off to Cameron Bryant, using that nice juke move there, uses that truck and gets stopped at the 44. Teron Armstead is down and hurt for the Mounties O-line. So I don't know what type of injury he has, but I'm going to hand this football off to Cameron Bryant. So he gets stopped at the 40. So we're not going to use the I for him until we get a touchdown. So we're going to use the PA shot pass play. On 2nd and 6. Roethlisberger back to pass. Going to fire this one out to Smith-Schuster. and get stopped there at the 4. So this is going to be a first and goal. And Teron Armstead has a torn labrum, and he's not going to be able to return in this episode. What a bummer. So we're going to use a counter run play on first and goal. So Roethlisberger is going to hand this off to Cameron Bryant. So Bryant slides on into the end zone for a touchdown to his first rushing TD of the game. All right, the Cincinnati Bengals offense are using that single back, 3 wide receivers. So Burrow throws that pass. That's incomplete. He's 6 for 9, 96 yards, 1 touchdown and 1 INT on the day for him. So they're going to step back to pass. Burrow throwing it to Mixon. They lose the football. Mounties recovers, so they get stopped there at the 21. Chris Jones with that fumble recovery. So this is going to be a first and 10. We're going to use a weak formation pass play if there's like a small one. Slant spacing, and I'm going to throw this to Juju Smith-Schuster. The Bengals now have 5 turnovers in this first half. It's crazy to see. And we get a first and goal, so we're going to run it with Bryant. And this is nearly the end of the first half here in the 5-1-3 near the Kentucky border. And Cameron Bryant, he's 6 carries, 86 yards, and has 1 touchdown on the day. And this concludes the first half. All right, first down and 10 from the 29. Burrow stepping back to pass. He's trying to avoid being sacked. He throws that one. It's incomplete. So we're going to blitz here on the defense. 2nd and 10 from the 29-yard line. And that is a pass deflection, which should have been intercepted, by the way. 3rd down and 10 now here for Cincinnati. So they step back to pass. They fire this one, intercepted, and it was Richard Sherman with the pick. So he has 2 interceptions on the season. So we're going to run the ball with some Cameron Bryant, number 24, the running back. So Cameron Bryant using that nice spin move, and he will get stopped at the 31. So he has 7 carries, 100 yards exactly. And he got that in. So 102 total rushing yards. So 2 of them were from Lamar Miller. So we throw this pass out to Brian Wagner. So Ben Roethlisberger, 5 for 6, 83 yards and a touchdown. So 2nd and 4 now from the 25. Roethlisberger stepping back, throwing this one out to Brian Wagner. Gets it still at the 21, but not enough for a first down. So we're going to try to move the chains here. Roethlisberger throwing this out to Wagner, and he's down at the 18. So we're going to use the PAY drag wheel until Wagner gets a touchdown. So we're going to throw this one out. Wagner, intended for Wagner, it was incomplete. So Roethlisberger steps back, trying to look to throw it this one out to Juju Smith-Schuster. I think Connor McGovern is down and injured, so we're going to fake the PAT and hopefully we can get this 2-point conversion out of the way. So Mahomes stepping back to pass. He fires this one out to the O-lineman, gets it in. It's good. So it's now 49-7 lead. So we're leading them 7 times more because 49 divided by 7 does equal to 7. All right, 1st and 10 from the 29. The Cincinnati Bengals are ready to run the football with Joe Mixon. And he will get stopped at the 31. So that's 5 carries and 10 yards. So this will be a 2nd down and 8 now here for the Cincinnati Bengals. So they're going to still run it with Mixon. So Mixon is going to run it. And he gains about 6 yards on that play. So 3rd down and 2 now here for the Cincinnati Bengals. So it looks like they are going to throw the football, and they will, to Jamar Chase. That's a first down. So 1st and 10 from the 43. So the Bengals are trying to look ways to get their second touchdown, but they only got 13 seconds left in the third quarter, and they got 4 more minutes in the fourth. So don't know what type of possibilities they got with their passing ability. So Burrow threw only 2 interceptions today. None of them returned for touchdowns. So Joe Mixon runs the ball, 7 carries, 17 yards, and this ends the third. So it will now be a 3rd and 9, beginning of the fourth quarter. So there's 4 minutes to go in this football game. So what we got to do is we got to play some consistent defense, and there is a flag on the play. So it is a holding call, and it's on the offense. So it's on Dennis Kelly. So we're going to decline the penalty. It will be a 4th down. So this is now a 4th and 4 from the 49. So the Bengals are going to punt this away, and it goes out of bounds at the 20-yard line. So we're going to use Patrick Mahomes by using the weak formation here. We're going to sub him out, put in Pat Mahomes, and we're going to use some Antoine Williams as our receiver. We did not use him all game, so we're going to use him in the fourth quarter. So Mahomes steps back to pass, throws it to the University of Pittsburgh product, Antoine Williams. So 3 for 3, 114 yards, and a touchdown for Mahomes today. So they're going to move the chains here. And we're actually going to put in some Odell Beckham Jr. We're going to switch it out. We're going to swap it. And now he's our new primary receiver on this play. So Odell Beckham Jr. gets it down at the 2. Somebody on the Bengals defense is down and hurt. So what we're going to do, single back, change it up a little bit, put in some Odell Beckham Jr. So this is a 1st and goal from the 2. Roethlisberger firing this one out to Juju Smith-Schuster, to Odell Beckham Jr., and that is a touchdown for the Bengals, for the Mounties. All right, 1st and 10 from the 35. Joe Burrow trying to figure out who to throw this pass to, and the receiver had that possession. He was lucky, though, because he held it on tight there. If he didn't have held it on tight, the ball would have knocked out, and the Mounties would have recovered. So this is now going to be a 3rd down and 6 for the Cincinnati offense at the 39. Burrow stepping back to pass. He's going to fire this one out deep to Joe Mixon, and Joe Mixon is going to get a touchdown for the Bengals, the 2nd TD passing-wise for Joe Burrow. 61-yard TD there that time. It's going to be 55-14. All right, now it is kickoff time here in Paul Brown Stadium. Austin Falcone ready to return the kickoff here for the Mounties, and he will get stopped at the 24-yard line. So we'll see you guys after the 2-minute warning. All right, 2nd and goal now from the 25. Patrick Mahomes, he's going to run the ball, and he gets stopped at the 14 for a gain of 11 yards. 3rd and goal, and we're going to run the ball with Lamar Miller. So Mahomes going to hand this off to Miller, and Miller gets out of bounds there at the 12-yard line. So we're going to actually fake the field goal here on 4th and goal. Hopefully we can get a touchdown out of this one. That's how we did our 2-point conversion. Ben Roethlisberger, he wants to evade from the defender, so he's probably going to run it in does not get it in, so this will be a 1st and 10 for the Cincinnati Bengals. So we're going to blitz here on the defense. 42 seconds to go, and we have got to stop this Bengals offense from scoring. So he scrambles. That is caught for a 1st down. And surprisingly, Tyler Boyd caught it one-handed. So there is going to be a booth review call. And they're thinking he did have possession. I would say he did have possession of the football. He caught it one-handed. And his foot was stepped in. So, really, it is not. So it's a 2nd and 10, still at the 13-yard line. So they're going to step back to pass. And Joe Burrow throwing this one to Mixon. So 1st and 10. Seconds are winding down here in Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati. So 1st and 10. They're going to step back to pass. And that's an incompletion there that time. And we'll see you guys at statistic. All right, Joe Burrow, 73.2 passer rating, 12 for 23, 193 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 INTs. Ben Roethlisberger, 154.5 passer rating, 11 for 14, 162 yards, 3 touchdowns on the day. Pat Mahomes, perfect passer rating, 1 touchdown on the day. Rushing wise, Cameron Bryant, 7 carries, 100 yards exact, and 1 touchdown on the day. Lamar Miller had a touchdown on the day as well. Juju Smith-Schuster, 6 receptions, 136 yards, and a touchdown. Joe Mixon with 1 touchdown. Odell Beckham Jr. with 2 on the day. Tyler Boyd scored Cincy's first touchdown, and Rob Gronkowski scored a touchdown. Defensively, Sam Hubbard had 1 sack. Keanu Neal had 1 sack. Rodney McLeod and Chris Jones had 0.5 sacks. We didn't really do a whole lot of sacks today in this episode. C.J. Mosley and Richard Sherman both claimed INTs. Mosley did wind up winning, being the only one claiming it for a touchdown. So that wraps it up. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next episode. Have a great Tuesday.